I am so worn out. So worn out today. Oh Hi, welcome to the Apple Crafts podcast. My name is Alicia, and I'm filming right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. So today is June 30th. Yes, I'm looking at my computer. June 30th, Sunday. And so the weather is atrocious outside. Today, the feels like is 94, but the UV index is 10 out of 11. Let's talk about that UV index for a second. So, I've been following the Weather Channel my whole life. That's where I go to get my weather. And I've noticed in the last year that they've gone from 0 to 10 on the UV index. They raised it to 11. I'm sure that's not a good thing. So today is 10 out of 11. I'm sure they can go higher if they could, but they decided to just go up one number. I don't know. Either way, it's disgusting outside. And I'm feeling it. That, and I was out all day in the heat yesterday. So yesterday I went to Bowling Green, Kentucky for a day trip, and went to the Cadillac Museum. I'll throw a few pictures up here. Went to the Cadillac Museum. Not Cadillac. Oh my God. Y'all people in Kentucky, if you're watching, you're probably wanting to smack me through the screen right now. Corvette Museum. I apologize. The Corvette Museum. I am not a car person, but it was just interesting. I like museums in general, so it was interesting to learn about the history of the Corvette and see all the different cars. And they had like this whole little section. Apparently they had a sinkhole back in 2014, and there was a whole story about that, and like a whole bunch of cars just, they have film because it was on camera, like the whole inside of this one area of the museum just for like 40 feet down. It was just crazy. And they had a couple of the cars that they saved, well, I shouldn't say saved, a couple of cars that they pulled out that were just completely squashed, and then a few of the cars that they were able to save and restore back to, perfect condition. And yeah, so anyway, did that. Had food, went to a coffee shop, walked around town square, went to a few shops around there. It was cute. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday, but it kicked my ass because I am, that and the weather, I'm done for right now, just saying. And it took some energy to do some filming today, but I'm going to do it. So here we are. So knitting, I have no finishes. I know, I thought I was going to have some, didn't happen. I had less knitting time than I thought I would, but I'm so close. So close. So close. Close. Okay. So, what I'm close on is Nishibi. I'm on the second arm, and I am a quarter of the way down the arm. I haven't done any decreases yet on this arm. So, I would say, I know I always say something and then it doesn't happen. I should, if I work on this arm every day this week, I'll probably be mostly done. Maybe. I should definitely be done by the next podcast because it's a quarter of an arm and that's all I have left, and I just need to block it. So, but yeah, that's it. So this is a pattern by Carol Feller. And I'll put a picture up so you can see what the pattern page looks like. And this colorway is rum raisin on my own yarn, Apple Crafts hand dyed. And this is the Polworth DK base. The original yarn for the pattern is in sport weight. DK is a little bit heavier, so I just took my stitch count and then compared it to the pattern and did it that way. So because I know that the ease is going to be probably another inch or two more than what the pattern says, so you have to adjust for that. But yeah, anyway, I don't know if I talked about this before, but the edging is all I-cord. Oh, I gotta cut that off. Edging is all I-cord, which in the pattern, the way it's written out, I couldn't figure it out, so I just did a video and did my own thing. did a video, watched the video, did my own thing for the I-cord. I mean, you could, it's the same finish, it's just doing it slightly different because I can't understand the way it's written out in the pattern. But yeah, so this is almost done. I should definitely be done by next podcast because there's no reason why I can't finish this unless something stupid happens. Just saying. So, anything else I want to say on that? I am doing the arms on a US 4. I did the body in a US 5. I would do the arms on a US 5, except I don't have any 16-inch circulars. I don't want to do DPNs, and I don't want to buy new needles. So the arm starts off a little bit tighter, but then I don't have to decrease until way down, because starting on a smaller needle is already technically a decrease. So what else do I want to say about that? I don't, when I get to the arms on a pattern, I don't really usually follow what is written in the pattern. I just do my own thing. Now, I did start off the arm the way it was written out in the pattern, because it's a, I don't know if it's called a cap or not, but you pick up and then you just start doing the short rows until you get to a certain point, and then you do the rest of the arm. So I did that. And then for my own decreases, because I do have to modify on my arms, because, you know, I got that fatty upper arm. Hello. Anyway. So I mark where I start my first decrease, and then every 6 rows I decrease. And then this progress keeper here is because my rate of decrease changes until I get to the length that I want. So I think these 3 decreases in between here and here are 5 stitches instead of 6. And then here's where I stop, and then the rest of it's just straight knitting until I got to the length that I want, which is about 2.5 inches or something like that. So the entire arm, I think, is about 18. By the time it gets blocked, it'll be about 18 inches, 19 inches, somewhere around there. So, and then what I do for this arm is exactly the same thing, because my tension can change. So I don't count by row, I count by inches. Because the weather's getting hotter, I know my tension changes. So it's better for me to just measure everything by inches than it is to measure by row. I do that with everything because it's just easier that way. So I've got, I don't know, another inch or so here before I start to decrease this. So that's it for that. What else have I been working on? Last time I did not show my True Colors shawl, so I'm going to show that now. I'm still in the same colors, but I did get 2 more sections done. So I'm on 60-inch US 5s here, so there's just a lot of cord, but eventually this whole cord will just be shawl. So yeah, just haven't gotten to that point yet. So last time you saw this, I think I was somewhere down here. So I've got all this done. So it's the same color. So what's going on, if you haven't already figured it out by now, is you're doing these lace repeats, and then you're adding stitches here to get that asymmetrical shape. And then when you get enough stitches here, you start another lace section, because you can see here where it's blank and then you start the lace section. So it just does that all the way up. So my other color that I'm doing for this, if I remember correctly, this is a Malabrio, but I don't know the color name. But it's got like all kinds of colors. It's basically a rainbow. So that's what's going on there. That's gonna be my next color, not now, but like when I get to a point where I want to start transitioning into this color, which will probably be, I don't know, how far away is this? What is this? This is a foot, so at least another 12 to 18 inches before I start thinking about transitioning over. But it also depends on if I run out of yarn or not, because the way the shawl is done, I'm just drowning in tangled yarn here. I'd split it into two different sections. So I'm working from this, and then when I transition into this is also in two sections, or two balls. And then what happens is once you get like 3/4 into the shawl, the color placement changes. So your background color is going to be, or your main color is going to be what your background color is. So what's going to happen is 3/4 of the way into the shawl, this black is going to be the main color, and then these eyelet rows are going to be these colors. So I'm either going to work until it's a length I want, or I run out. So that's yet to be determined. I'm not in a rush for any of these projects. That's not true. I'm sort of in a rush for like one of the projects, but otherwise I'm not in a rush for anything else I'm knitting. So whenever it gets done, it gets done. As I have enough things that I don't need to worry about. I don't know what this blue yarn is. I think it might be Miss Babs. I got these, no, I didn't get this Malabrigo. I get this Malabrigo I got at my local yarn store, House of Yarn. This blue I got at Smart Art Craft Supply in Nashville. And a lot of the stuff doesn't have labels. But I remember when I bought that blue yarn, they had a big shipment in of Miss Babs. I think it came from there, but I'm not 100% sure. In any case, and I don't know the color name for that either. I would have to go on the website and like really search. And there's so many bases. I remember going on there once. There's so many bases. I wouldn't even know. I'd be on there forever trying to figure it out. And it's just, who cares? It's blue yarn. There we go. That's good enough. Okay. I've made some progress on my pumpkin sweater. So last time you saw this, I was still on the yoke. Of course, everything is all right. I have since then split for sleeves and started the body. So here we are. That's the back. Here we go. So this is how far I've gotten. So I'm like down to here. I love it. I love it so hard. I'm so happy. So I cannot wait until this is done. It's just straight stockinette for now. I believe there's no other color work on the sweater, so what I think I'm going to do, just to zhuzh it up a little bit, not on the body, but on the arms, like on the sleeves, I think I'm gonna pull something from here. I don't know what yet. I don't know if I want to do pumpkins or part of the, this is not a border, you know, just this section here, or maybe that section down there on the arms. Oh, that might be nice. I might do that part on the arms. Just want to do something just to give it a little bit of something, you know what I mean? So this yarn is mine. It's not a color I did in the shop, but I can. But I did dye this up on my new channel, my dye channel, Apple Crafts Lacey Dye Studio, and it's called Harvest Maiden, and it's a light creamy yellow with some speckles, like brown speckles and red speckles, and the base is a superwash merino nylon stellina. There's gold stellina in there. You can kind of see the sparkle in there, like right there. You see it right there. So I like a subtle sparkle. I don't like a lot of in-your-face sparkle. That's just not my jam. But I like subtle sparkle, and this is really nice because then I've got like these non-sparkle parts in the yoke. Okay, cats are misbehaving out there. It's always something with cats in this house, I'm telling you. Anyway, so having that non-sparkle and then this in the background was really nice. So I'm looking forward to wearing this. So this has become more of my focus than the Nishibi, because this I want to start wearing in September. Although September is going to be hot, let's be honest, it's Tennessee. I would like to be able to wear it in September, but I have a feeling I really won't be able to wear it until October or November. But we'll see. We might actually have a fall again this year. Who knows? We don't normally get a spring or a fall here. It just like we have like 1 week of transition and then it's bam, next season. So we kind of sometimes miss the spring and we miss the fall. But the last few years, I'll say the last 3 or 4 years, except for last year. Last year we didn't have a fall. But the last 2 years before that, we did. And this year we didn't have a spring, but last year we had a spring. Like a proper spring. So, you know, just because the calendar says it's a certain season does not mean that's where it is where you live. Just saying. Yeah. So that being said, I would like to wear this during the fall season. For me, fall starts September 1st and ends on Thanksgiving. I don't care what you say. That's how I live my life. So I'd like to wear this at some point there, and then I'll wear the Nishibi. So yeah, this is priority. But again, I'm like a quarter way into the arm in Nishibi, so it'll be done anyway. And then I'll knit another garment, and then who knows what I'll do after that. So these other yarns, the pumpkin is Knit Picks Stroll, I think, and the color is Persimmon, and it's a tweed, although you don't really see a lot of the tweed bits coming out of there, which is, it's whatever. The green I know is Rowan, I don't remember the name, and this brown is Forest Floor, that's mine. I do have that in the shop, I believe. I think it's in DK. And it's a colorway I can never get consistent, so it's like I have to always do a new photo session whenever I dye up that colorway. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, that's what this brown is. And then this orange up here is also mine. Ended up being too light in contrast, but that is oh my god, I can't think of the name right now. Apple pie spice, or spiced apple pie, something like that. That's what this is. So it's a nice introduction into the yoke. Okay, so yeah, split for sleeves. I tried it on. Everything is good. So I'm happy. I can't wait to wear this. So I'm gonna put that back, and I've done a little bit of knitting on that blue tunic, and I worked on the socks a little bit yesterday while we were driving. So not very far in the socks, because let me tell you. So you know, like, you watch podcasts, people knit, right? They knit socks, and they talk about, you know, the socks they knit for certain people and whatever, and they'll knit like a pair of socks like for some guy in their life, and they talk about how big these socks are and how they take forever. And I, you know, just kind of never really gave it any thought until I started knitting on these socks. And it's like, yeah, it's 11 stitches more than what I'm used to on each side. So it was 22 extra stitches per round. Man, let me tell you what, when you're used to doing 60 stitches around or 64 stitches around, and then you're doing 72, that's a difference. And you can tell. Because it's like you get, you know, to this point, you're like, okay, time, like your brain is going, okay, time to turn around, do the other side. No, you still have more stitches to do. These socks are going to take forever. He'll get them for Christmas. It's fine. It's not like he's going to wear wool socks in the summer. So this is as far as I got. I think I put about an inch on these yesterday. So he likes reds, so I just have 2 different reds going on. I don't know what yarn this is either. I got this at Smart Art Craft Supply in Nashville. So I don't know how much this is. Like, not how much. I don't know what brand it is. I don't know any of that stuff. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say it's merino nylon. Maybe a 75-25. I don't know, and it's a high twist. So, but I did do some work on it. I'm not going to show these every time because, like I said, we're going to be looking at the same spot with no progress, because it just keeps going and going. And let me unbury my tunic here. Okay, so I've added a little bit since you've seen this. Wow, it's so blue on the screen. It is not that blue. It is a blue yarn, but it's just not that blue. It's just that tealy blue that just never shows up. But anyway, I've added another butterfly section. Where are you? Oh, my needles are right on it. That's fun. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see that then because of the, yeah, all right. So I've added a third butterfly section in the middle of the back. So that's how I'm measuring my progress, because last time I think I was just done with the second one. So what is that? That's 2 inches I put on here. And split hem. It's got a garter bottom, and then it's just stocking it all the way up with a pearl stitch here for the sides, just to make it like a faux seam. So that's all that's going on here. This yarn is Juniper Moon Farm Zoe, and it's a something was on my yarn, and it's a cotton linen. Not hard to work with, but very splitty. I know I've mentioned that before. Why do I feel like? Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just a very splitty yarn. Because it's, I think it's 3. Yeah, it's 3 plies. I can get it separated for you. 1, 2. It's 3 plies, and they're just loosely spun together. So I have to pay a little bit of attention when I knit this, because otherwise I'll end up splitting it, and then I have to go back and fix it. And yeah, but I did measure this out, and it's looking like it's going to be, after blocking, 45 inches around. So I don't think I need to do any waist shaping on this. I might change my mind when I get halfway through. So when I add like another 4 or 5 inches to this, because I do want this to go like mid-thigh, I will remeasure just to make sure that's what I want to do, but I think I'm not going to do any waist shaping on this. It's just going to be straight until I split for arms, and then I'm going to do, oh, I've got a deer in my backyard. I'm going to make 2 straps and then just have them where they're tied at the top. Kind of like that shirt that I wore in the last podcast where they're tied up here, because my shoulders are uneven, so it's just easier for wearability to have it that way. If I can get some video, oh, her babies aren't out. She just had babies maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and a few days ago they were doing zoomies in the backyard. It was fun. I tell you, when you grow up in a concrete jungle and then you end up out in the suburbs where there's deer and fireflies and all that stuff, it's just awesome. So I love it. I would never go back into city life unless I absolutely have to. I'm just saying. All right, what else do I have? I think that's it. I have not made any squares. I've been kind of backburning that because I want to work on these other projects, you know. So why not? Just life is short. Do what you want. So I've been doing that. Not doing that. I'm working on the other things. So I really, really hope I have some finishes next time. I should. 2 weeks is plenty of time. So we'll see. I'm really, really thinking if there's anything else that I need to tell you, but I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so short and sweet. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you get to make something. I hope you get to do something to treat yourself. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Oh, no. There's something else I want to tell you. That's right. So, on my end credits, I've got places where you can find me. Handmade Buyer's Market is no longer, which is a sad day. It's a very sad day. We just couldn't keep the website up. It was costing too much. So, that's gone. After this episode, I'm going to change that, so just so it's updated links or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of sad, because it's like Etsy, but without all the drama. But it was just too much. So sad day. But if you're ever interested in any of the things that I've shown that was from that place, I still have contacts, so I can always just send you to those people who make those bags, or the amigurumis and all that stuff, and yeah, it's not a problem. So, all right, that was it. Okay, I will see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye.